Hello and welcome to another engaging lesson with us. In this lesson, we will be delving into the fascinating world of countables and uncountable nouns, focusing on food items. This lesson is designed for B1 and up, but anybody is welcome to follow along. And just remember, you can always download the file in the description. We'll give you the link where you can download it and follow it from your home. So, what's there in the fridge? We're going to go through the food items. You get a fridge, nice open fridge here. You get lots of different food here. You get the numbers. You get number 1 all the way down to 17, 18, 20, 21. Goes up all the way. There's a 28 on the top. So we're going to go through some of these names and let's try and pronounce them correctly. Follow me along. I'm going to leave some space where you can follow, save a word as well. And I hope you have fun. Number 1, this one on top, this little one here. We're going to call that obviously fish. Okay, I don't know what type of fish you like. There's lots of different types of fish, and always when you order fish they would like to tell you, do you like it deep fried or you want it baked, and you get order it different ways, so make sure you know which one you want, deep fried or baked. There is a difference. And then number 5 here on the side, everybody, I think most people like this one, pizza. And then number 19 and number 20, same type of thing, just a different color, different flavor. 19, 20, 2 bottles of soda. Okay, 22, everybody knows 22, that's a banana or bananas plural, there's more than one. Okay, and then this one over here, number 28, it's the same as the soda but it's in a different form, so we don't call it a tin, we call it a can. 2 cans of soda. Number 27, 1 egg, 2 eggs, lots of eggs. Number 25, what is that? What does that look like? That is honey, we love honey. Number 6, cheese, a piece of cheese. Number 7, lemon pie. Lemon pie, good slice of lemon pie, that's nice. Well, that's a whole pie. I would like a slice of lemon pie right now. Number 9, jar of milk or a jug of milk. Number 3, chicken. Number 26, some butter. Okay, go over these names again, save them again, practice a few times if you don't know them. Get familiar with this page before you move on. I hope you learn. Okay, so this is what we call a let's talk exercise. I'm going to follow it along. This is a basic conversation about food. I'm so hungry. Are there any apples? Yes, there are some apples. Here you are. Is there any juice in the fridge? No, there isn't. Okay, we'd say negative to negative form, like it's not so. Isn't, is not. Are not, are not. Aren't, aren't, is are not. Isn't, is not. It's just an abbreviated version of how we call the words, instead of having to say it all out. Is not, but that is more formal as well. We use is not instead of isn't. This isn't something, okay, or this aren't something. Remember, countables and uncountables, singular and plural. Okay, so are you hungry now? What do you feel like eating? Okay, yes, I'm a bit hungry. I can eat something now. Oh, no, I'm okay, thank you. Okay, feel like means I want. What do you feel like? What do you want to eat? Something like that. You can interchange those two. Feel like means want. Okay, I want some spaghetti, or I want some sandwiches, or I feel like some spaghetti, or I feel like sandwiches. You can interchange this with beans, meat, chicken, fried fish, and then I think sandwiches and spaghetti we covered. What do you want to eat today? I want some chicken, or whichever one you want. This is how we say what you would like to eat. I want some milk, or I would like some orange juice, please. Or I feel like some orange juice, please. Or I would like a coffee, please. I want some tea, please. I would like some water, please. And what is your favorite meal of the day and why? Then you can answer with, my favorite meal of the day is breakfast, because I think it is the most important meal of the day. Or you can say something like, my favorite meal of the day is lunch, because I think it's very sociable and I always interact with the people when we're having lunch. You can give a reason. My favorite meal of the day is dinner, because it's nice socializing with my friends and my family at night time after a long day. give a reason, practice. Remember, going up in the language levels, we want to be able to speak more and be more descriptive about what we say. Okay, how often do you have lunch with your family? Now we've got the adverbs of frequency. How often does something happen? The answer could be, I seldom have lunch with all my family because I work in the afternoon and my father as well. So if we have the different degrees of frequency, if it never happens, it's 0%. I never have lunch with my family. Or I hardly ever have lunch or rarely have lunch with my family. If it happens a little bit, but not so much, even a little bit more, seldom. I seldom have lunch with my family. Occasionally, sometimes, often and frequently have lunch with my family. I normally or generally have lunch with my family. I usually have lunch with my family, or I always have lunch with my family. We'll go over the adverbs of frequency in another lesson a little bit later. There is some other terms that you can use, and there is some other stuff that makes it really nice to remember. Okay, in your opinion, do you think sharing meals with family or friends is good for people? Then your answers could be, yes, I think having lunch with family or friends promotes social interaction and confidence. Or if you're negative, you can say, no, I don't think so. It's stressful to eat with all family. I prefer to eat alone while watching TV. Something like that. Two possible answers for the same question. One positive, one negative. Okay, so let's learn some vocabulary and grammar to do with countable and uncountable food. Okay, so this one over here we're going to go over. We've got the fridge and we've got a cupboard. How many and how much? This is the main difference between countables and uncountables. If we have these two over here, we're going to start off with this one on the left side by the fridge. How many strawberries do you need? How many sandwiches do you need? How many carrots do you need? These are all stuff we can count. How many oranges do you need? How many cherries do you need? Or how many cookies? Or how many eggs? It all stays the same. I need some cookies, or I need some cherries, or I need some potatoes. It's something that you can count. It's an easy countable thing. Or if you want to answer them, you can say there are some carrots, or you can say there are some potatoes, or you can say there are some sandwiches on the table. You can fill it in whichever way, as long as you remember which. If it's countable, we say how many. Now, as soon as it's not countable anymore, if it's difficult to count at least a little bit, we call it an uncountable word, uncountable noun. So we've got different stuff here, like flour, juice, jam, butter, water, and bread. Now the reason why we use how much is because it's difficult to count. We don't exactly know how much we need. We do know that we need some flour, we need some bread, we need some water, but we're not quite sure how much we're going to use exactly. So we would rather say, how much water does the recipe take? And then they can measure it, and then it becomes a unit number. We're going to talk about that in a second. Or how much jam do you need per sandwich? Again, I don't know, maybe just a knife point or something. So how much is for uncountable nouns. Is there some bread? Is there some flour? Is there some water? And then the answer could be, there is a bottle of jam, or a jar of jam. Sorry, a bottle of jam is not correct. A jar of jam, a bottle of water, or a box of juice, okay? Or a bar of, what's a bar of? Bar of chocolate. Okay, I hope you have a very, very nice one with this. Go over it again, as long as you remember countables and uncountables. How many and how much. Okay, so from here we're going to do a little bit of practice. Okay, the first one, what is the first two? Okay, first two are all dairy products. Okay, these are singular uncountable nouns like milk, cheese, lettuce, flour, sugar, and these are uncountable nouns. So how much milk do you need? How much cheese do you need? How much lettuce do you need? So these are ones we use the word much for. There is some milk, or there is some cheese. Okay. Is there any milk in your fridge? The possible answers could be yes, there is, or negative, no, there isn't. or is not if you want to be formal. Okay, so these ones over here are countable nouns, so we can count them. We can count the eggs, we can count the potatoes, we can count the tomatoes. Bottom one, onions, carrots, and the middle one, everybody knows, cookies, chocolate chip cookies if you want to be specific. So these are what we call plural countables. There are some eggs, there are some potatoes, there are some tomatoes, there are some onions. Very important to hear the S at the end if there's more than one. There are some peas, there are some carrots. Okay, if we move on here, are there tomatoes in your kitchen? Yes, there are tomatoes, meaning there's plural, more than one tomato. So we're going to say yes there are instead of yes there is. Is there a tomato in your fridge? Yes, there is a tomato in my fridge. Or if it's more than one, like this question, are there any tomatoes in your fridge? Yes there are, or no there aren't, or are not. Okay, uncountable nouns do with stuff we come across every day. The news. The news is either the news, it's good news, it's bad news, there's a lot of news. Did you watch the news? Did you hear the news? It's an uncountable noun. Money can be counted, obviously we can count money, but if you have a big stack of money or a big wad of money like this on the screen, it's difficult to count, so that's going to be why it's uncountable. And then advice, somebody gives you advice, it stays advice. They don't give you a lot of advices, it's wrong. Advice is advice. Homework, you get a lot of homework every day. You get math homework, you get science, you get geography, you get a lot of different types of homework. Did you get homework? Yes, I got some homework. Never homeworks, something like that. And then furniture. Yes, I can count the chairs and I can count the table, but furniture in a whole. We talk of, do you have furniture in your house? Yes, I've got lots of furniture in my house. That is uncountable. And then again, luggage is an uncountable noun. We can talk about it. Do you have a lot of luggage? Yes, I brought some luggage. Or no, I've got very little luggage. I only have the one bag. Then it becomes accountable, right? Okay, so how much versus how many? How much water do you drink a day? How much plus the uncountable noun. How much water do you drink a day? Possible answers could be a bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, 2 liters of water. Okay. How much money do you have? How much plus the uncountable noun plus the money noun. How much? And remember, a noun is anything you can touch. So anything you can touch or feel. There's a few other rules with it, but we'll stick with that for now. So how much money do you have? I have a lot of money, or I don't have much money. I have little money. Little in that case means not much. I have not much money, but it sounds wrong to say it that way. Don't do it that way. We say I have little money, or I don't have a lot of money when you say as well. Okay. How many students are in the class? How many plus the countable noun. How many? There are a lot of students in the class, or there are few students in the class if it's not a lot. Okay. How many friends do you have? How many plus the countable noun. Okay, so we can possibly, I have a lot of friends. I don't have many friends if it's a, okay. How many kilos of potatoes do you want? Okay, the answers could be, I want some potatoes. I want a few potatoes. Only 1 kilo. Okay. How much water? What are we going to do here? We've got water and we've got students. Which one's countable and which one's uncountable? How much water do you drink a day? And how many? What are we going to ask about the students? How many students are there in, or how many students are in this class? I would have said how many students are there in this class. Okay, so just as long as you remember, liquids stay uncountable noun unless it becomes a unit. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Okay, this is basically what you should remember. It's your countables and your uncountables, how much and how many, the plural and the singulars. Okay, and then we're going to play a little game here. Okay, countables versus uncountable noun in containers. So this is what I was talking about. As soon as we talk about containers, then it becomes a countable thing. If we say, is water countable or uncountable? Now, up to now, I've been telling you, yes, but water is what we call an uncountable noun. Okay, we can't really count it. You can measure it, but that takes a little time. I can't exactly tell you this is 275 milliliters of water or something. But as soon as we go to bottles of water, a container, then it becomes countable. Bottles of water, then it becomes accountable. How many bottles of water do you drink a day? I drink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of water a day. Okay. Now, is bread accountable or uncountable? If we have a big loaf of bread like this is what we call a loaf of bread, then it becomes uncountable. Do we have bread? Yes, we have got bread at home. Okay, then I know we have got at least a loaf or something similar at home. But as soon as I say the slices, we're going to say the loaves of bread, like that one could be, we need 3 loaves of bread, which will be the left one, or I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slices of bread. Slices is not written here now, so we can add it later. Slices of bread. Okay, is chocolate countable or uncountable? Everybody loves chocolate, okay, or most people at least. And then what about this? Chocolate. This one over here, we're going to say is uncountable. It's melted. It's the same as water or paint. It's a liquid. I'm not sure how much is there. It's like maybe it is like 100 milliliters. I'm not quite sure. But as soon as it becomes into a container, I can call it a bar of chocolate, or I can say a piece of chocolate or a block of chocolate if I break it off as well. Okay. Now what about rice? Is rice countable or uncountable? Okay. The first one, that one over there, that's an uncountable one. I'm not quite sure how much is there. There's a lot. But the second one, we can put it in a container. We can call it a packet of rice. Yes, please, I need a packet of rice. Then it becomes a countable one. I need 2 packets of rice. If it's a big gathering, I need 10 packets of rice. Okay. So what about soda? Is soda countable or uncountable? Okay, the first one, once again, yeah, soda is an uncountable noun. Yes, I had a lot of soda at the party, or something like that. If we're going somewhere, you can say, can you please bring me 2 cans of soda that you can bring me? 2 cans of soda that you can take along or something. Is lemonade countable or uncountable? First one, uncountable, same as the soda. And this one over here is a container. It's a jug or a jar of lemonade. Okay, jar of lemonade or a jug, British English and American English. Is coffee countable or uncountable? Okay, so this one is a funny one. It can be both. Okay, coffee, if I say, yes, I had a lot of coffee today. Or I can say, yes, please, I would like a cup of coffee. Okay, cup of coffee. Thanks for watching. That's it for today. I hope you liked it and I hope you subscribe for more and have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye.